Hello, Wastelanders. It's Jewel Smith. In Fallout 4, I am Fiona, General of the Minutemen. And we are here in the Mechanist Lair. With me, as always, is my Tootsie Roll Hancock. Back there hammering away. I have already done a tour, a settlement tour of the Mechanist Lair. But this happens to be where I keep a lot of my contraptions. And I have been doing videos of the various contraptions here. I've already done videos about the weapon forge, and the energy weapon forge, and the heavy weapon forge, and the ammunition plant. I think that's what it's called. Yep, ammunition plant. But today I'm going to show you the armor forge. That's this one right here. I have it wired up to a switch to turn it on and off. And that switch is wired up to the generator there. And it is also wired into this terminal that I can use to control the output. Now, for the ammunition forge here, it's also wired in, but it's got its own little switch to turn on and off. So I should be able to turn this one on independently, of the ammo plant. But they're both controlled by this terminal. Whichever terminal you hook up to a particular power circuit there, because both of those machines are powered by that generator, and because this terminal is hooked into that generator, it's the terminal I'll use for both of those machines. There's a separate terminal over here. See, there's another generator. It's hooked to that terminal, and it powers all this machinery on this side. Alright, but enough about all that. Let me show you what the armor forge makes. That's it right there. You're going to be able to make light, medium, and heavy versions of the leather, metal, and combat armor in the game. That's what it makes. Now, one thing you cannot control is which piece it will produce. So you could have it set on light metal armor, and it'll churn out light metal armor, but it won't necessarily churn out, like, you can't tell it to make, I want left legs or left arms or whatever. It's going to randomly produce the pieces. So it took me a little while and quite a bit of materials to get complete sets of each of these. Now, one trick you could use is you could save and then turn the machine on, and if it produces what you want, great, and if it produces what you don't want, then quit and reload the save until it makes what it is that you want, which I ended up doing after a while because it was just taking forever. I would get down to where I only needed, a chest piece or whatever, and I didn't want to keep wasting a bunch of materials making armor I didn't need. So I would save and then turn the machine on, and if it didn't make what I wanted, I would reload and try again. And so it's completely randomly generated. But I'll show you here. This is the light leather armor. And you see I had to make a few extra pieces to get, and I wanted it to be, I could have just gone out into the wasteland and grabbed some pieces of this that I had stored somewhere, like at Bunker Hill or whatever. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to show you exactly what armor came out of the machine. So every single piece of armor you see here came directly out of the armor forge. leather chest piece, leather left arm, leather left leg, leather right arm, leather right leg. And you can see the stats there on everything. This one is the medium leather armor, or what in the game is called sturdy. And there's the stats for those. Sturdy leather chest piece, sturdy leather left arm, sturdy leather left leg, sturdy leather right arm, sturdy leather right leg. And you'll see there I made like 4 right legs before I finally got it to spit out these pieces that I needed. Yeah, I kind of wasted a lot of time and materials until I remembered, like, oh, wait a minute, I can just save and then reload if it doesn't make what I want. So, and this is the heavy leather armor. That's what that looks like. And there's the stats on those pieces. And that's the way they come out. Now, of course, they can still be improved if you go over to the armor workbench. But this is how they come out of the machine. Hey, John. Alright, so this is the light metal armor. And that's what you'll usually see on raiders. Here's the medium metal armor. Or what they call sturdy. Sturdy metal chest piece, sturdy metal left arm, sturdy metal left leg, sturdy metal right arm, and sturdy metal right leg. And there is what the heavy metal armor looks like. And there's the stats on all of those pieces. And this is the combat armor. Light, medium, and heavy. The light combat armor, chest piece, left arm, left leg, right arm, and right leg. Excuse me, John. And the medium or sturdy combat armor, chest piece, left arm, left leg, right arm, right leg. And the heavy. Now, you know, building the contraption machine is one way to do things and making your own armor, but when I needed, because I put a lot of combat armor on my Minutemen that guard my settlements, and I found it was easier to just go kill a bunch of gunners, because gunners usually have combat armor on. Go down to the GNN headquarters or whatever it is, Gunners Plaza is full of gunners wearing all kinds of combat armor. And that's how I got a lot of combat armor for my Minutemen troops. But there you go. So that's all of the armor you can make with the Armor Forge. And we'll go down and take a look at what materials are required. Basically, you'll need leather, steel, adhesive, ballistic fiber, and aluminum. Those are the materials, but the combinations that you'll need are different for different pieces of armor. So let's take a look at the terminal. Armor Forge control. Also, to build the Armor Forge in the first place, you need the Armorer Rank 1 perk. And then for the various pieces of armor, to be able to make all of them, you would need to have all the armorer perks, which I do. There's some pieces you can make with just the armorer rank 1. That would be like the basic leather armor or basic metal armor. But if you want to start making the sturdy stuff, like the super sturdy or the heavy combat armor, you need armorer perk 4. For the heavy metal armor, you need armorer perk 4. So you wouldn't be able to make all of this unless you had all the armorer perks. All right, so there's the light leather armor. And it just requires leather, steel, and adhesive. The medium leather armor, more leather, steel, and adhesive. And the heavy leather armor requires leather, steel, adhesive, and ballistic fiber. So what's handy to have if you're buying junk off of merchants? You could buy the military grade duct tape because that has adhesive and ballistic fiber in it. All right, the metal armor light requires steel, leather, and adhesive in a slightly different amount than the leather armor. Metal armor medium, steel, leather, adhesive, and aluminum. Metal armor heavy, aluminum, lots of aluminum, ballistic fiber, leather, and adhesive. Now, I've mentioned in some of my previous contraptions videos that a lot of these contraptions take a ton of adhesive and quite a bit of aluminum. Now, I've made an aluminum run video where I show several different places to go and get aluminum in the wasteland. You can also buy aluminum from Arturo in Diamond City. I'm pretty sure he sells it. Ballistic fiber is another one that can be tricky. You can get it in the military ammo bags or the military grade duct tape that I mentioned. You can also buy it from Cleo in Good Neighbor. And I think you can buy it from Lucas. He's one of the wandering caravan merchants. Anyway, leather you can get, I think you can get leather from Fallon's, that clothing shop in Diamond City. And I think Lucas sells leather too. There's probably other places that sell leather. There's also leather in things like baseballs, baseball gloves, the teddy bears. You can get, but I think there's pretty sure you can find leather, of course. Like I think if you kill animals like a death claw hide, will give you a certain amount of leather, that sort of thing. Adhesive can be tricky. All right, for the combat armor light. But if you can do vegetable starch for adhesive. So if you build up all your settlements and you have your settlements growing mute fruit, corn, potatoes, and producing purified water, if your settlements can produce a surplus of those things, then you can make lots and lots of vegetable starch, which is a pretty easy way to get adhesive. Otherwise, you can buy adhesive. Myrna and Percy sell adhesive in Diamond City. I think Rufus sells adhesive in Good Neighbor, or Daisy. One of them sells adhesive. I think Carla, one of the traveling trash can Carla, I think she might sell adhesive if you don't want to make it with vegetable starch. So leather, you can get leather from Radstag Hides. Connie Abernathy sells leather as well. Yeah, I have Abernathy Farm producing a whole bunch of potatoes and a whole bunch of corn and stuff, so I can make vegetable starch out there. Anyway, all right, so combat armor light takes steel, ballistic fiber, and adhesive. Combat armor medium, aluminum, ballistic fiber, and adhesive. And combat armor heavy Takes 10 aluminum, 8 ballistic fiber, and 7 adhesive. So you can see where if you want to start making yourself heavy combat armor, that would take a lot of materials. And since it's producing pieces at random, if you're trying to get a full set, you definitely want to do that little trick where you save first and then reload if it's not producing the pieces that you want. Alright, but I'm gonna go, let's see, what can we make? Let's make leather. I'll just make leather light. I'm just gonna turn it on and let you have a look at it. Alright, and I'll come over here and flip the switch. And there it goes. And I have one of these little storage, conveyor storage things on the end. Otherwise it would just roll and fall off. See, there it is. And inside the armor forge, see how you can put shipments. Like there's a shipment of adhesive, shipment of ballistic fiber, shipment of aluminum, or you can put junk, or you can put raw materials. So I've got duct tape, dog tags, death claw hide, collectible baseball, and it'll just keep producing pieces until it runs out of materials or until you turn it off. So there, it almost made a whole set for me right there. I guess maybe if you turn it on and leave it on, maybe you'll get, you know, a full set right off the bat. I don't know. But I was having a problem with it when I was getting up into doing the combat armor and the metal armor and stuff. It seemed like it kept wanting to spit out like chest pieces, chest piece, chest piece, chest piece, and I'm like, no, I need the legs and the arms. And but anyway, we got a pretty random selection right there. But there you go. That is the armor forge. I hope that was helpful for you. And like I said, if you want to check out any of my other contraptions videos, I'm going to try to cover all of the contraptions except for, I don't think I have the explosives perks. I don't have an explosives machine built anywhere in any of my settlements. That would be the one I haven't done. But I've already done videos on the food contraption and the clothing loom, the auto loom. And I have a fireworks making machine out on Far Harbor Island. So when I start doing my Far Harbor tours, you'll be able to see that one as well. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you next time.